Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jeff Becker back here at In Control SEL. So, happy SEL Day. Happy Social and Emotional Learning Day. Maybe you knew that this was coming. Maybe you knew this was a thing, but you didn't know when it was coming. Maybe you had no idea that this was a thing at all. So, I have some really easy and fun activities for you, no matter if you're like a middle school person, you're a high school person, you're an in-school person, an after-school time person, whoever you are. We have 3 quick and easy ways that aren't cringy. They're not elementary. They're really great ways to help your students to develop those social and emotional learning skills. I know I'm talking to a lot of counselors and principals and stuff like that. If you're watching this and you still haven't clicked off of the video, we know this, is that there's this really strong correlation between building up and developing those non-academic skills in our middle school and high school students and their success. Here in our schools, probably most of you that are watching this are in schools, but also in life. 95% of everything that we do is social. And our behaviors are largely controlled by our emotions. So when we turn that dial up, when we really pour into our students, they're going to be so much better off. So SEL Day, it's just a day where we promote this sort of thing, where we talk about it, where we post about it online, where we post about the things that we're doing in our classroom and the importance of social and emotional learning. It's an effort that's, worldwide, that just tries to build awareness around this topic. So in hopes that more people will do it. Okay, so now 3 easy activities that you can do no matter who you are, no matter what your qualifications are. You don't need to be certified or anything like that in order to pull these off in your classroom. You just have to bring a level of care for developing young people in whatever atmosphere you're in. Okay, so the first one is gratitude journaling, and it's just like it sounds. A lot of times our students, they're maybe complaining more about what they don't have than being appreciative of what they do have. They can kind of be just like in default mode, just bummed out about things or just not happy about things. And they don't often have an opportunity where they're prompted by somebody like us to reflect upon the things, not necessarily material things, but it could be that, or the people, or the places, or the school, or so you as the leader in this activity, you're just going to ask them to take 2 or 3 minutes, give them a piece of paper and a pen, or ask them to do it in a Google Doc, and just take some quiet time to themselves. Maybe you could put some music on or something like that, but ask them to jot down who and what they're grateful for in their life. And so I know that some of us might have some students that really don't have a lot to be grateful for, and that could be a little bit more challenging for them. But that is a great place where you can teach another really awesome social and emotional learning kind of skill, which is optimism. What could you be grateful for in the future? So that's the first one. So here's the second one. The second one is mindful breathing. Everything in education and everything in our students' lives is like go, 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 go. Trying to pack in as much as we can in such a short amount of time. And a lot of times, all of those moments in between, you and I are guilty of this too, and so are our students, but we fill in all the little gaps in our lives, probably with our phone or with social media or something like that. So mindful breathing, it's nothing weird. All you need is a really quiet place. You can have your students sit at their desks. You can have them sit on the floor if they want. You could have them lie down. Like if you really have that kind of classroom atmosphere already where, the whole thing's not gonna go sideways, you can kind of pull back on the structure of this activity. You can put on some chill music, or you can just let it be silent. And all you have to do is ask your students to do their best to not think about anything but their breath. Prompt them to feel what it's like as their breath comes in. Ask them to feel what it feels like when their breath goes out. Have them count their breaths in, have them count their breaths out. Ask them when the thoughts pop in their head to just release those thoughts very calmly. We have some really awesome ones on our website. This is not a pitch for you to buy it. We actually emailed it out for free. I think the last time we did one of these emails. But if you need a good mindfulness video, we have one. You can just reply to this email. I'm happy to hook you up with one, or somebody from our team will hook you up with one. Okay, so now here's the third one. It's called Empathic Listening Role Play. So empathic, empathetic. I actually just learned that those 2 words are synonymous or can be interchanged, or in other words, it doesn't really matter which one you pick and which one you say. They both mean the process of using that empathy muscle that we know our middle schoolers and our high schoolers don't always have. It's not always natural. It's not always second nature. It sure isn't built in, but the good news is that empathy can be learned. And this is what you're teaching in this moment. So what you want is you want students to pair up in groups of 2. You're going to have one student that is going to be explaining some kind of hardship or hard situation that they're going through. You as the teacher can control what that is. You're not actually asking a student to talk about like one of the horrible things in their life, because you probably don't want to open that emotional wound if the student does have one. So put a prompt on the board of some kind of situation that a student could be going through. You're going to have the one student be the actor that's explaining that to the other student who is going to be the listener. So what you want to do is you want to teach the skills about active listening. So active listening involves eye contact. It involves nonverbal communication like shaking your head or maybe facial expressions. It involves question asking, asking clarifying questions or reflecting what the person said back to them. Because again, empathy is all about this person trying to help this person to understand, hey, I'm really trying to be exactly where you're at in this moment. So again, that's super beneficial for students because, again, they don't always have somebody that's teaching them specifically and strategically how to do these things. So that's all 3 of them. If you do any of them, awesome. If you do all of them, that's amazing. What I would love for you to do is comment below, talk about what you're doing in your classroom, whether during SEL week or outside of SEL week. Give other recommendations because, again, I'm not the only contributor to this thing. I want you all to be the contributor, and that way we can all be learners too. Well, my name's Jeff Becker. I hope this is really helpful to you. Have an amazing SEL week and make sure that you promote all of the things that are going on in your classroom, in your school, and your community. That's all I got. See you guys later.